still have a choice. This world, it wasn't built for the weak. It chews them up and spits them out without a second thought. It's cold, brutal, and unforgiving. And it doesn't care about your sob story. You think your pain makes you special, but it's unique. It's not. Everyone has scars. Everyone's been broken, betrayed, beaten down. The difference between them and you, they got back up. They didn't sit there wallowing in self-pity, waiting for someone to fix things for them. They clawed their way out. They fought. And you're just sitting there drowning in your own pity. So what's the excuse this time? Who do you think you are? You think you're the only one who's been betrayed. You think you're alone in that pain? Let me tell you something. I've been stabbed in the back so many times I've lost count. I've had people I trusted tear me apart from the inside out. But did I sit down and cry about it? No. I turned it into fuel. I let it harden me. And now, I'm untouchable. You want to be untouchable? You want to be strong? Then stop waiting for someone to save you. No one's coming, not me, not anyone else. Strength isn't given, it's taken, it's earned, and it sure as hell isn't earned by lying on the ground whining about how unfair life is. You've got a fire inside you, I can see it. It's small, barely a flicker, but it's there. And if you don't feed it, if you don't fight for it, that fire will die. And when it does, the darkness will swallow you whole. So, what are you gonna do? Let it go out? Let the void consume you? Or are you gonna stand up and fight for it? Don't you dare tell me you're too broken to fight. Broken isn't an excuse, it's a foundation. You take those shattered pieces and you rebuild yourself, stronger than before. Every scar, every wound, every failure, that's your armor. You think this armor I wear was forged in peace? No, it was forged in fire, in pain, in loss. Every dent, every scratch tells a story. Stories of battles fought and survived, and those stories make me unstoppable. But you don't want to be unstoppable, do you? You're too comfortable in your misery, too afraid to face the fight ahead. You'd rather sit here, drowning in self-pity, blaming the world for your problems. It's easier, isn't it? Easier to be a victim than to take responsibility for your life. But let me tell you something, victims don't win wars. Victims don't climb mountains. Victims don't build empires. Victims get trampled. They get forgotten. So if you want to stay a victim, fine. Stay there. Rot in that dirt. But don't you dare call yourself a warrior. Because warriors don't quit. Warriors don't bow to pain or fear or failure. Warriors rise no matter how many times they fall. Warriors fight even when the odds are impossible. And warriors sure as hell don't sit around waiting for someone else to fix their problems. I've seen people crawl out of worse than this. People who had nothing, no home, no family, no hope. And you know what they did?
Notice. But that doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you decide. Right here. Right now. You're done being weak. Done being afraid. Done being nothing. You think this ends here? That you can just sit in the dirt, let life chew you up, and then get back up whenever it's convenient? No. It doesn't work like that. Every second you waste, every moment you choose to lie there, the world moves on without you. And you stay right where you are. Forgotten. You think anyone's gonna care that you were tired, that you were scared, that life was unfair? No. All they'll see is what you didn't do. What you gave up on. That's your legacy. Failure. Excuses. Regret. Do you want that to be your story? Do you want to be a cautionary tale? A whisper in the dark about what happens when someone doesn't have the guts to fight back? Because that's the path you're on. You're writing your own obituary right now. And it's pathetic. They had potential, but they wasted it. That's what they'll say about you. They could have been great, but they were too weak. They could have changed the world, but they chose to stay down. Is that what you want to be? A could have been and never was? Look at me. Look at what strength looks like. It's not pretty. It's not easy. It's blood. It's sweat. It's pain. It's falling 1,000 times and getting up every damn time. It's scars that run so deep you can't tell where the wound ends and the armor begins. This armor I wear, it's not just metal. It's every battle I've fought, every loss I've endured, every victory I've clawed out of the jaws of defeat. And you could have armor like this. You could be unstoppable, but you're too damn afraid to put in the work. Afraid of what? Failing? Newsflash, you've already failed. Lying there, doing nothing. That's failure. You're living it right now. So what's the worst that happens if you get up and try again? You fail? Good. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Every time you fall, you learn how to stand stronger. Every time you lose, you figure out how to win. That's the process. That's life. But you're too scared to even try. You think I pity you? You think I feel sorry for you? No. Pity is for the helpless, and you're not helpless. You're just lazy. Need that storm to end? You must become the force that ends it. Waiting, hoping, staying silent. Those are the actions of someone who has already given up. And giving up is the only true failure there is. Do you even realize what you're capable of? What you're wasting every second you stay down? You've got fire inside you, but you're too scared to let it burn. You're afraid it might consume you. But don't you see, that fire is what makes you alive. It's what makes you dangerous. It's what makes you you. You've spent too long thinking you're not ready. Let me tell you a secret. No one is ever truly ready. You just start. You take one step, then another, until the fear stops controlling you. Until the pain stops defining you. Until the world, the final moment, the last chance to decide who you're going to be. Are you going to be the person who let life crush them, who stayed down when they could have risen? Or are you going to be the person who stood up, even when everything was against them? Because this is the truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to pull you out of this pit. It's all on you. But that's the beauty of it. Because if it's all on you, it means you have the power. The power to fight. The power to rise. The power to become more than you've ever been. You don't need a perfect moment. You don't need a sign. You already have everything you need. A beating heart, a mind that can think, and a fire that refuses to die. All that's left is for you to take that first step. It's not going to be easy. It's going to hurt. You'll feel like breaking, like giving up. But every step you take, every inch you climb, will make you stronger. And one day, you'll look back and realize that the pain wasn't your enemy. It was your teacher, your forge, the thing that made you unbreakable. So make the choice. Rise up and fight. Rise up and prove the world wrong. Rise up and show everyone, including yourself, what you're made of. Or stay where you are. Let the fire die. Let life pass you by. But know this, the world will keep moving, with or without you. The storm won't stop, but you can learn to wield it. The pain won't disappear, but you can turn it into strength. And the moment you decide to rise, the world will never forget your name.